Hi friends, this is Manoj Kumar. Today we are going to discuss the Delhi edition of Hindu newspaper dated 12 October. We are going to see the newspaper from the perspective of UPSC preparation and what is relevant and what we need to exclude. In the first, we can see the headline Terrorists Getting Safe Haven in Canada. Actually, terrorism is a global problem. It has been asked in several times in essay in PSIR especially, which contemporary global challenges under the syllabus heading. So the recently it is supporting the Khalistani movement, the Canadian government supporting the hosting the those who openly challenge India demanding separate country for six. And here on the top next to it, we have another article remain neutral ahead of Lok Sabha poll, says India bloc. We all know that coalition politics is also a syllabus term under the PSIR syllabus for optional students. So here we all know that in the present era, the social media can play a very important role. So we have seen the Cambridge Analytica scandal. We have seen during the election of Trump that several fake accounts created by Russia or alleged to be created from Russia aided in helping him win the presidential election. So in the present, a single person can create 1,000 IDs and he just keep on posting some content, suppressing another content, promoting another content. So these parties are asking for a neutral and SC to take a call and plea on money bills. What is a money bill? Money bill is something that can't be introduced in Rajya Sabha and it can only be it, the Rajya Sabha has no amending power. It can either give suggestions within 14 days time or it can return. If it does not return, it is deemed to have been passed by Rajya Sabha. So for I request you all to please go through this about money bill, Indian polity by Lakshmikant or any other standard book which you follow. Or India's reiterates call for a sovereign Palestinian state. Here we all know that the Palestine is not just an observer state in the United Nations. It is not a fully sovereign state. So India supporting the cause of Palestine. Why we have to support Palestine? We all know that our country has faith in humanity, some values, irrespective of whether our friend or enemy. We believe that everyone should live in peace. And here in GS4, we have the topic ethics in international relations, ethical issues in international relations and funding. So though today we may justify injustice, tomorrow the same injustice can happen to us or anyone. So, in the broader interest, it is always a fair rule of law is in the larger interest in future for any country. The retail inflation cooled from 6.83%. Here we need to know what is inflation. Inflation is actually the general rise the price of goods and services. Here, the several times the question has been asked in UPSC prelims about inflation and what action does RBI take to control it, and suppose if certain step is taken, what are the wholesale inflation, what is retail inflation, and what are the various indices being used, consumer price index, wholesale price index, being used to measure. So, and who releases all this data, and even the India ranks. This article is very important. If you, I request you all to go through the lines. That article, India ranks 111 out of 125 countries in a hunger index. That means it is a our country is in a very low status, but the Union Ministry denied that the methodology deployed was not correct. Actually, this international surveys are being conducted based on a limited data. They won't conduct all over the country. They may take around 500 people for study. The 500 people can't represent the whole of 140 crore, right? This is my opinion. Here we know the POSCO Act. We need to know, suppose in case a prelims question comes, it's a general neutral act to protection of children from sexual offences act. Who is the children who is below 18 years? Here we are going to see. Here we are going to see AMDNK Foundation Day. Suppose in the PSIR syllabus, there is a topic called regional parties, the role of regional parties, and job aspirants protest outside UP minister's residence. Around 69,000 posts in the recruitment and education department. There has been an allegation that there has been some kind of buddy, some kind of malpractices. Yes, in our country, this is a very sad thing that so many recruitment happens, but something goes wrong in between. Here it's a very important article, Durga Puja, because it has been included in the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. In some exact, we need to know the year. Suppose the question may come, it was included in the year 2016, 17. So I request you all to make yourself clear, and it contributes about 40,000 crore to the West Bengal economy. See, imagine the impact of the festival. It is a employment, massive employment generator. Here the disqualification, we need to know that there are like, suppose suppose if a party splits, what are the how, what defection there is a, we need to know about the disqualification of members in case of defection. What is the defection and 10th schedule? Suppose if an MLA elected from Congress on Congress with symbol but jumps to the BJP party after winning election, it is called anti-defection, shifting of party from winning from one party and joining another party after winning. This is called anti-defection. Sorry, defection. To prevent it, anti-defection law was brought in. Here, Kaveri Road. Yesterday we have discussed, right, the interstate water disputes. Here, there are very nice article that we all know that the mining happens. So the in the mining wherever happens, there is a separate fund called District Mineral Fund. Suppose we are digging 1,000 crores of iron ore from a particular district, so we have to keep certain amount for the benefit of the people being affected by the mining. So some 1 year back in the same newspaper it has written that not even a single penny was spent in several of the districts, even though they are having 10,000 crores or more in the accounts. This is a very sad condition that in our country, some people like tribals are being displaced, harassed for the cause of projects. They have been, their cultural life is being affected and their conditions have not been improved much. Here, in the given article, it is about the Niamgiri Hills bauxite mines. So, in the GS3 also, we know that in the in the prelims also we have the topic. We have resources, physical, social, economic geography of India. It comes under the minerals come under the economic geography of India. In which state which mineral is found is very important. So I request you all to go to that article. Now we need to know what is Hamas. This kind of understanding is required because we should be aware of the what is happening in the current world. Here the comments on CNN. See, we all know that I have read a very beautiful article in the Hindi Hindu a few several months before. Suppose a few persons dying in America makes a international news, while thousand people dying in Africa makes not even a single line of news. This is the sad reality of the Western media, who keeps on hypocrisy. Is their small things they project as big things. Here there is said that CNN is a Western media. They are one-sided coverage of the news in the support of Israel or something like that. That today the bias of media is a bigger concern for any country, a key step by Bihar to promote social justice. Even the social justice is a part of our syllabus, and suppose there is always a concept called data-led governance. Suppose why we are going to give certain benefits to a certain category. Suppose this much percentage they are backward, this much percentage of population they are having. So I always support data-led governance. So I think the caste-based census is one of the good step, but that should not be taken for the reservation purpose. Suppose already in our state country we have 60% reservation, where the general category people are suffering with limited opportunities. So increasing the upper limit will definitely crush the general category students like never before. There, and also in our country there is another bigger problem like fake certificates, where a businessman belonging to a crores his son gets reservation, or someone there is a lot we need to go that is not required. 50% message from Ladakh, it's also not required. What is payments bank? Suppose in case of, definitely there can be a different, what is payments bank? Yes, the question has been being asked 2 years before in prelims. Here again, money bill, the question came. The lifestyle for environment, here we need to know the environment protection. Here again it comes to Saraswati Samman. What is Saraswati Samman? Who gives it, and who won for this year? Suppose it can be very important for exams like other state PSCs or CDS or CAPF. This year, the Saraswati Samman was won by Tamil author Shiv Shankari for her work Surya Vamsam, for her memoirs, the Canada issues. Here, the NSG chief, National Security Guard chief, talks about how India should tackle in case of a Israel-like attack. If India faces an attack like Israel, Israel thought that it has all the technology, it has all the intelligence, so they were overconfident. But in reality, they failed to repel the attack. So, in case we also need to be prepared. Here again, Putin in Kyrgyzstan for first trip abroad since ICC arrest warrant. We need to know what is International Criminal Court and when it was constituted, where was its headquarters, and is India a member of ICC? See here, as a UPS aspirant, we should not expect someone to tell point by point. We should have some. This is ICC is very important. Believe me, there is a chance that in the next year prelims definitely it will come. And why it was created as an alternative to International Court of Justice, and why USA, China, India did not join it is also something very important. UAE foreign policy chief, Ukraine say, and here this again Adani Group Mundra Port. This year in prelims question, one of the option is India's largest private port. Mundra Port has been given. Like which are the how many options are correct? Only one, only two, only three. So the even the ports in the GS3 syllabus are important. Which is the private port? Which are the ports located in different index of industrial production? What are the various sectors? Refined products, electricity, steel, coal, crude oil, cement, fertilizers. In the what is the weightage and which sector tea industry in tea association report. Actually, where is the location of tea board? In the last year list, it has been asked tea board. Here again, cricket news. That's all. That's the end of the today's news. I think again there is here on the World Arthritis Day. Here we know that in the coming days, India is going to become a older country where the proportionate population of old people will be more. The associated problems of old people also will increase, like decrease in eyesight or the joint pains or dementia, means loss of memory, mental health concern, or like the children abandoning their parents. So this all how the we all need to the link the whatever we read from the point of UPSC. And the previous year questions are very important. I request you all to go every to revisit the last 5 years previous year question papers, all GS, all optional in free time. I thank you all for watching this video. I hope you will support my initiative and keep commenting. Thank you. Jai Hind.